Hi everyone, welcome to my class. In this class we will discuss about the more string functions. In the last string class we just were familiar with the string. What is string, how does the string stores in computer memory, what is the index, what is actually position of string, these types of things we learned. And also we learned about the two types of string functions, that is the length function and the char at function. Now in this class we will learn some more string functions. Okay, so let's start. So first string function we will learn today, that is the index of function. The name of the function is index of O capital. What is index of function? Index of function actually returns the index value. Index of operator returns the index value of from any string, any particular character. It takes argument as the character. Index of operator takes argument as the character. So we will put any particular character into it and it returns into integer form. It just actually performs just the opposite of char at method. It just works opposite of the char at method. That char at method was what? In the char at method we just extracted any character, so it returns value was the character and its argument was the integer. So from the any integer position or integer index it returns the character from any particular string, and index of operator just does the opposite of it. It takes argument as the character and returns into the integer form. Okay, so let's start. One example, suppose one string I am giving, example string s is equal to, within quotation, computer. So this is our given string. Now if we for calculating any kind of string outputs or for explanation or for analyzing, first you need to find the position value. You have to first find the position value. So what is the position value of it? For each and every character that you know, so C is in 0, O is in 1, M is in 2, P is in 3, U is in 4, T is in 5, E is in 6, R is in 7. So these are the index values. Now if we apply the index of operator, so the complete statement will be like in this way: integer type it will return, so integer, then you have to use one variable. So in integer I am taking suppose POS actually I am indicating here the position. So in POS is equal to s dot, so s dot means you know that is the object of string class or string type variable. So from the string variable s, index of 6. So what is the, very sorry, that it will be in a character form. So suppose index of giving suppose u. So what is the index of u? So index of u, you are getting what? Index of u is 4. So the value of POS will be here 4. Similarly, if you want to find the index of suppose 3, index of index of suppose P, small p, index of P. So what is the P position? So P position is where? 3. So POS value will be here 3. Got it? So this is the concept of index of operator. Now next, now one string, suppose taking one new string, taking string s is equal to application, a small letter, P P L I C A T I O N, application. Suppose the value of s is application, and now first you put the position 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so this is the application string. Now I want to apply the index of operator. Now suppose writing int p is equal to s dot index of a. So now look at here, there are two a, here is one a, here is one a, or in case of there can be one more a, or whatever index position or index value you want to find, that particular character can be present in a number of times, more than one time in the particular string. So on that time, on that occasion, what will you do? On that time you have to take only the first occurrence index value, the first occurrence. So remember, index of operator always returns from the first occurrence, from the first occurrence. So out of this application, what is the first a? First a occur or present here in the 0 position. So here the value of index of, means the value of p will be here 0, value of p will be 0. Got it? So this is the index of operator functions, index of functions, index of methods. Now one more, in last index of, the second method today is the last index of. What is the last index of methods function? Last index of method function is, it also finds the index value or the position value, means it returns in the integer form, but like the index of operator only, but it will find the last occurrence. It works also, not also actually, it works with the last occurrence of that particular character. If there is one character, so obviously it will take the last one and only, that only, either first or last, doesn't matter. But if there are more than one particular character present in a string, so on that time if you want to extract the last character, last particular character, that particular character from the number of times, then you have to apply the last index of operator. So here if we write s dot last, last all in small, then index I in capital, remember here index of I will be small, but index, last index of I will be in capital, and without any space you have to write full together, last index of, now suppose a. So here what will be the value of p? Here the value of p will be, last a where is present, in 6th position, so value of p will be 6. Got it? So if we give the s dot index of a, answer will be 0. In the previous example it would come 0, but here due to we have given last index of, so last index of a is where, last index of a is here, that is in the 6th position. And remember, if it is one more present, middle one will not be taken ever. So we can extract only the first index and the last index, we cannot take middle index. Remember it, if there are number more than 2, we cannot take middle one. If there is only one, so with that one, either index of or last index of, we can extract same one. But if there is 2 character present, then with the index of we can extract, or we can find the index of the first character, and using the last index of we can extract we can actually return the last index of last particular characters, but in the middle we cannot find the index value. Got it? So this is the index of functions, methods, functions. Now the next method we will learn today, the substring method. Substring method, it is also like the almost like the index of char@, method, but char@ method returns from the index value, means from the integer part, it takes input in integer form, but return type of char@ was the character, but here the substring method's return type will be string. So in char@ method we extracted only one character, not more than one, but here in substring method we can extract more than one character. Got it? So let's start. And remember one thing, substring method can be used with the 2 arguments or 1 argument. Their functionality will be 2 different types. So one after another I will show. First I am showing with substring method with 1 argument. Okay, so return type of substring is string and the argument integer. Now due to it returns in string type, one more string variable I am taking. So string r is equal to s dot substring, all in small letter, of suppose 5. So what is the meaning of it? Substring method, how does for substring method work? Substring method works, whatever index value will be given, remember it will extract from that index value till the last index value, all the characters together it will extract. Whatever index position will be given, from that particular index position till the last index position, that group of all characters, so you know group of characters means that is the string. So from that index position till the last index position, that all group of characters will be extracted together as a compose of string and will return, and it will store as given here r, so it will be stored in r. So what is the meaning of it is coming here? So s dot substring 5 it is given due to this. So 5 position is which value is there? In the 5 position we are indicating this 5 means what is there? C. So from the C till the last, complete this all group together value will be extracted. So what will be the r value is coming from here then? C A T I O N. So value of r is coming here CATION. Similarly, if we give here, suppose we are giving instead of 5 we are giving 7. If we give 7 here, so 7 means what? 7 means here actually this is the 7 position, that is the T, so it will be taken from T to all, so it will be taken T to last, so TION, so in that time R will be TION. So understood? This is the function of substring method. So substring method with 1 argument. Now I will show the substring method with 2 arguments. So when we will pass 2 arguments, then how does it work? Now I am showing you. CATION. So index position was our here 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay. So now substring method with the 2 argument. So 2 argument, the first argument is having no problem, but most of the students are having the problem with the second argument. So from the middle, if we want to extract from the middle some part, not from the beginning, not till the last, in the middle part, some 2 parts or 3 strings or string means 3 characters or 4 characters or like that. So how will you apply that? So that time we will apply substring method with the 2 arguments. So on that time, first index will be the starting position, starting index. So suppose starting index I have given here 3. So 3 means this is the 3 position. that is the L. So from this part it will be extracted. Now the second argument I am giving, suppose 9. So always remember whatever the second argument we are providing, always you remember whatever second argument we are providing, it will not extract till the second argument, it will extract before the second argument, before. So due to we have given here 9, so it will extract till 8. So from here to 8 it will extract till I. So it will, value of R will be here LICATI. If we give here, suppose one example more giving, suppose giving 5, 7. So it will take from 5. So from 5 means, 5 is, this is the 5. So from here 7 is given, so 7 means not till 7, till 6. So 6 is what? This is. So these two only will be taken. So value of R will be CA. Last example again giving, suppose given 1, 4. 1, 4. So 1 is where? 1 position, from 1 position. So 1 is, this is 1 till 4. So 4 will not take, we will take till 3. So 3 is which one? 3 is L. So PPL. So R value will be PPL. PPL. Got it? So this is the function of substring method. I hope you have understood. Now the next method. Two uppercase and two lowercase. These two are very simple. These two are methods are very simple. Two uppercase and two lowercase. From the name you can understand easily that here the index value will not recur to use the two uppercase and two lowercase method. Directly whatever group of words, group of string or the character presents character wise, if we use the two uppercase method, if we use two uppercase together, U capital then C capital, and two uppercase does not take any argument. If we apply two uppercase method, then the full string will be converted into the capital letter, each and every character. If the character is in already in capital letter, then automatically it will not convert, so it will remain as it is. But those characters will be remain in the small letter, those characters will be converted into the capital letter. But don't think that only the capital letter converted string will return, not like that. The complete string will return as it is given, but with the full composition of uppercase. So here you see, if we apply and it returns value is string, it returns in string. So if we apply with this particular example, if S value is application all in small letter, so suppose string S2 is equal to S dot 2 uppercase. So on that time value of S2 will be application. And if we change few characters, suppose this L giving in capital, this T I am giving in capital. So don't think that only small character will be converted and rest of others will not be. Obviously the rest of L and T will not convert into capital letter because these two are already in the capital letter. So don't think that it will skip if it any character in small letter. So don't think that it will skip. It will return in this composition. It will not return like in this way. A, P, P, I, C, A, I, O, N. This is wrong. Remember, this is wrong. It will not return like in this way. So this is the right part. Understood? So this is the use of two uppercase. Similarly for the two lowercase, it actually does work opposite of two uppercase. So if any character, if any string presents in capital letter or the uppercase, then that particular all the characters of that particular string will convert into the small letter, like application. If it is like in this way, using the two lowercase, it will return all in small letter. Okay, and same thing will also happen if it in the middle or anywhere, if it is any small letter, a capital letter, it will not skip, it will convert all in small. So it is only converted A into small, rest of all in small, so it will remain as it is. But remember, how does it work? It not the matter is that what is the returning. Remember, whatever string we are using to convert either in capital or small, it will convert complete compose of particular string. Okay. So that's all for today's class. So today we have learned the function of first index of operator, then last index of operator, then substring with one argument, substring with two argument, and the two uppercase and two lowercase. So total 5 functions today we have learned. So for this class, that's all. In the next class we will learn more string functions and then we will start string programming. So thank you for watching, children. Thank you.